Kyrie, just explain what happened out there from Reeves.
Basketball, not many teams that score what they scored tonight, have a chance of beating us. But the amount of shots that we missed, the breakdowns that we had on defense, not many teams, will beat us like that unless we're not shooting well or we're not in the right spot consistently. So we couldn't put one or two stops together consistently throughout a quarter, so we were taking the ball out and ran. The game was being slowed down. We were getting to the free throw line. Guys just getting open looks and stuff like that. So it was just one of those games for us where we came in and I knew it was going to be kind of a grind out. They came out physical. They were pressuring me everywhere I went, and they were making it tough on us. And they played like a desperate team. So when you get that, and you're battling uphill, and still giving ourselves a decent chance to win, we just didn't have that extra push that we normally do.
Brad was pretty inevitable considering the way you guys have been scoring the ball.
That's why I said basketball. That's why I said it's basketball. So it's not going to look pretty every single night in terms of scoring the basketball the way we've been scoring the last few games. But we understand that in order to be special in this league, we got to get stops, and Blake got it going, as well as Andre on the board. And, it was just they came out and played desperate basketball, and they were not the same Detroit team that we've been seeing on film the last few games, and we understood that, but they just had the will, the more fight tonight, and it showed.
Brad was talking about the way that you guys have been scoring. He said it's kind of only natural for the defense to kind of fall off a little bit when the offense is. Can you speak just from a player's perspective on that kind of mental challenge of maintaining that on defense while the offense is humming so high?
I don't think it's not necessarily a challenge. I think that it's something that you kind of you would want to do, just playing that type of flow, that type of free flowing offense. Not too many play calls, but then you have a game like tonight where shots aren't falling in our way, and we end up having, I'm not sure about how many team assists that we had, but I believe that in the third quarter when I came out we had 14 assists, and when we have less than 20 assists going into that particular point in the game, that's when I know it's we're either not finding each other, or we're forcing it too much, or we're not doing enough to use each other to get better looks. They were coming in the lane and they were pulling all the way in. And, we had to play scramble basketball on the defensive end, but we just didn't get that continuous flow of transition offense that we normally get. And they were pushing our catches out, making it difficult. So it was just one of those games where, like I said, they played desperate basketball. They deserved to win this game.
When a team defends you like they did tonight that you talked about, how do you react to that after a game? You look at tape, you forget about it, does it fuel you?
Honestly, I've been dealing with that for I don't know how long, much longer in my career, probably for the last 4 years, where teams have really, they've either tried to double team me or they try to use their point guards to push me out into space. They're not trying to guard me one-on-one. They're trying to push me into space and make me finish over Andre Drummond, make me go into the lane with Blake in the lane, and they just kept pulling in. And I think that a lot of normal layups that I make just weren't going in today. So, like I said, it was just one of those games.
Where do you feel you guys are defensively right now?
I feel like we're solid. I think that our communication is there. I think that in terms of certain easy points that we give up, that when we've been playing certain teams, I think that what Brad or Coach Stevens means was the drop off when we score that many points and then we just allow other teams to just get those easy points where it's like they throw the ball out in transition and they just get easy layup, or they get a backdoor cut, or they get something that's easy, and then the game, instead of it being an 18-point game or a 16-point game, it's a 12-point game, it's a 10-point game. The game seems a lot closer than what it is, even though we've managed the game pretty well for the majority of the game. So, but I totally understand what Coach Stevens is saying, and as a coach, that's his job to keep us at a certain type of level. So, the few days of rest do us well, and then I'm pretty sure our defense will be right where it needs to be. But it's kind of crazy, ironic to think about that we were on that streak, and then we were like second in defense. So it's like we're scoring a lot of points and we're not giving up as many, but it's still a certain type of effort that he expects. So it's our job to play that level.
Thank you, Kyrie.
Thanks, Kyrie.